Welcome back to Let's Try Roleplay. This is episode 9 of For Ohmsford. I'm Henry and I'm your DM.
I'm Connor and I'll be playing part of Tholme, the human rogue.
I'm Robin and I'll be playing Nine, the tiefling paladin.
And I'm James and I'll be playing Ibothane, the dragonborn sorcerer.
In this episode, Tholme and 9 help out around the town.
Excuse me, I helped a little bit.
But previously...
Essentially, imagine a massive clearing, but in the dead centre of this clearing is a town. And I think this is probably where you're going. It matches the description of Ohmsford. As you're approaching, you can see the portcullis, but at the bottom centre of it, a big crater has been blasted through in the middle, and the bars have all been blasted inwards.
Check snakes.
Check for snakes.
Roll for snakes.
Roll for snakes!
From a rooftop across, you notice movement. Essentially, what you see is a small halfling man dart across a rooftop and backhand swing into like a building, and he starts going through loads of drawers and stuff.
Ah, Jesus, right, I'm jumping out the window.
Alright, you got me. I don't want any trouble. My name's Philbert Burrows. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, these massive snake creatures started killing. We're not finding as many bodies as we think people have been killed.
So people are going missing.
On sort of one edge of the square, sort of towards the north area of the town, you notice that there's essentially a very large barricade set up. The two men standing at the table instantly look up. Oh, Philbert, you're back early. Who are these people? I think they're here to help. I'll give you a quick rundown of the situation then. A few months ago, guards on patrol started disappearing outside the city walls. At first we were sure it was bandits or one of the various monsters that live in the surrounding forests. But they started to become too frequent, so we sent messages to River's Edge, which I'm assuming is why you're here, asking for help investigating. But then come to about 2 weeks ago, the first full-on attack happened. We closed the gates for the night, as we do every night, but almost immediately after dusk, night was basically turned back into day, as both the south and the western gates were destroyed by huge fireballs. We lost the entire western side of town that night, and on the map he kind of points to the bit of town on the opposite side of the river. And since then they've been slowly pushing us back. We have no idea where they come from. And despite Philbert here's best efforts to salvage stuff from the town, we're running out of resources. Food and weapons we've got plenty of, but medical supplies and materials for magic are running low. And as he does the materials for magic, he'll look over towards the guy that's healing in the corner.
Yeah.
I've got some rations for 10 days.
Food, as I said, we've got a plenty. We had stores for the winter.
Wait, I thought you said food was running low.
No,
he said he's got plenty of that. It's medical supplies.
medical supplies and sort of stuff for magic.
Fuck you!
I literally said those words.
He just hears food and is like, I've got food.
I have food. I also have healing spells, but you're not fucking getting them now.
And kind of as he's talking to you, the person next to him sort of immediately interrupts the guy you probably know as Miller. Goes, that is why we need to get out of here. We can't hold the town forever. And while it does pain me to leave my home, we're sitting ducks here. With the help of these three, they seem strong. We should be able to get everyone out of here and back to River's Edge. And
it can't be that difficult to be just walked in.
It's quite a big hole at left. I mean, we probably have to go single file, but I mean, I think we'll probably be alright. We'll probably need to form some sort of queue.
But and we're not particularly competent as well. I've died twice.
And then I think there's actually a path between here and River's Edge. Which,
we fought some trees and we nearly died, so we're not
and
fully
before
formed.
before that, we actually died.
And you could probably just do that yourselves. I mean, you don't need us to walk along.
as you guys are kind of saying that, Eldrath...
Yeah, it seems like you guys have things in hand. We're going to go.
Eldrath, as you guys are saying that...
Pub, right?
I'll walk out. No.
Yeah, as you guys are saying that, you guys came through, Eldrath will turn around and say, getting through that forest with over 1,000 people is suicide. I'm sure
How big is this building?
It's not just everyone in this building, the whole town.
Oh,
A lot of people died. We had about 5,000, but we're down to 1,000
Where are the others?
around town. You saw a lot of them when you walked in.
We did.
I wasn't paying
To be
attention.
fair.
I was thinking about
Yeah,
the
because
wooden
they all did
buildings.
their wee fist salute at me.
I thought that was
Yeah, you saw a lot
I
of
thought
people.
that was in the building.
No,
No.
but you walked quite a way to get to this building. We
Yeah.
kind of skipped over it because nothing interesting happened.
Like, you see
but-
everybody, but everyone's like armed to the teeth.
Yeah,
you're
like
for war.
even the children, women, children, everyone's armed to the teeth.
Alright, okay.
What have they got arming their teeth?
Bigger teeth.
Oh, fine.
Like gum players, like rugby players.
Yeah, and then
Come here.
he will continue. Where would we camp? The sound of that many people travelling will attract all kinds of monsters. Have you ever seen a hungry owlbear? We need to take this fight. 2 of those monsters before they take us out. And then...
I mean, if you're at the back of the queue, you might never see a hungry owlbear because it would be full by the time you get to it.
It just wouldn't work.
I mean, it's not wrong.
The people... don't get me wrong.
Let's just agree to go all these people first.
Don't get me wrong. The people we trained up everyone over the last 2 weeks. They can defend the town, but barely. Out in the field, if we got attacked, so many people would die, and I'm not having that on my conscience.
Okay.
Well, see, to be honest, all you need to do, if you find any big monster, just pretend you've got big, massive eyes and they run away.
Right, no. Serious. We're gonna fight. I want to fight. Carry on.
What is your plan?
Well,
We are too incompetent to make our own.
Shush.
He's right.
I'd like to
He's
sort of
right.
like elbow Tholme to get him to shut up.
Eldras would turn to you and say, well, what I want to do, get everyone that can fight and can fight well, and after the next attack, we follow the creatures. Not all of them die. We kill quite a lot every time they attack, and we give him to Shanks over there, and he'll point towards the half-elf that's kind of going around healing people. He's trying to figure out better ways to kill them. But a lot of them flee, and I want to find where they're coming from, take them out there. Miller here, he wants to flee, but I'm not doing that. Does that sound good?
What? Miller's the mayor, right?
But Eldras is like running the town. That's what Phil brought.
Miller's the mayor, but he can't do shit. I'm in charge now.
Oh, does Miller know this?
They stood next to him, so
Yeah, like, as he says that, he'll look over and Miller will kind of, like, shrink away. Like,
So your plan is to find and kill problem, so problem does not become our problem. Yes?
to put it pretty simply, yeah.
Okay. Kill problem.
So the bit when you said
Usually we are
find
problem.
all the competent fighters.
So we are staying here.
So we're the moral support.
He'll laugh
Telling
and he'll
us.
say, well, you guys got here and you seem to have been sent here, so I'd assume
We didn't go.
you are those
looking
competent
for the-
fighters.
we didn't go looking for the things that are trying to kill us, though.
Yeah, we are very, very competent fighters, yes.
There you go.
I do not do much fighting. I'm not good at this. I do spelly,
Same thing.
fire. I cast Firebolt.
Liam comes in. Shit!
That's not what I meant.
Magic words.
I meant in general, I cast Firebolt.
I'd like to talk. Yes, provisionally, but I think I'd like to talk to the mayor.
Oh, you're such a coward.
Is
No,
it- go for
I
it.
can't go fucking pissing off the mayor.
How big is Miller? Is he fat, or would you describe
Miller's
him as
like kind of short and fat.
So you wouldn't describe him as Miller Light?
No, he's Miller heavy.
Fuck.
Terrible
Me.
joke.
Miller Light. Isn't that a?
It's
an-
Muller Light.
No, you dickheads. Miller Light. Isn't that an American beer or something?
No,
No, Miller Lite's a
Muller Light is a yogurt.
No, Miller.
There's
Miller is a
There's
beer.
Bud Light and
No. Oh my
Coors
God.
Light.
Yeah, Miller is a type of beer, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've got a light version. Completely irrelevant.
I am looking this up.
But Jesus.
We here are bitter and petty. Let's try.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Miller
it
Light is a
is.
thing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Still not a good joke because you don't get that here. But.
The Americans will like it.
Alright, so with kind of the discussion coming to an end, Eldras will turn to you. It's like, well, the fight will be attacked tonight, and I don't care what you three do. I'm going to go with my men and try and find where these things are coming from. Feel free to go around the town, help out, and
So is this just follow? They come out. We don't necessarily fight back, but then we need to follow them back to where they're coming from.
We
So the
need-
main thing
That's
is
what I wanna
sneaking
do.
back, following them.
We need to kill them enough that they'll retreat, and then follow the ones that retreat back to their base. But that could be a trap.
That's what I want to do.
Could be a trap.
I want to talk to Miller.
Feel free.
He may be a little fat, chubby twat,
But he could come in useful as bait. You're right.
But he might have the brains. He might. Yeah. No, I want to talk to him.
Right, feel free, and as he says that, he'll wander off. Well, not wander off. He'll walk quite quickly off outside.
Yeah.
And you're left kind of in the room with Miller and Shanks over in the corner, continuing to sort of heal people.
Shanks the
is
cleric.
the cleric-looking person. Yes.
Gonna go up to Miller and be like, your pal over there seems pretty set in his ways.
He's a bit, well, everyone respects him. In the first attack, the head of the guard was killed. Most of they all fought and died. And what was left, Eldras, he's a military man, you see, so, he does know what he's talking about. I just don't want to stay here anymore. So many people died. I sent away my daughter a couple of days ago.
No.
No, I can't. You haven't seen the things they do to people.
Who?
You haven't seen it. The snake monsters.
I have a little bit.
You'd understand them. I just want to get out of here. I want to get me and my people out of here.
I think you are a coward.
I'd rather live to fight another day.
But is there any guarantee that you will live if you go on the road, in the open road, where you're open to attack?
No, but I'm willing to risk it. It's better than sitting here. Every night they kill more of us.
Yeah, but if we sit here, they'll just continue to attack us. But however, if we sit there, then fall them back and kill them at their own base, that leaves you free to move wherever you want to move.
True. I have thought about that, and you can probably guess that me and Eldras have talked about it. We sent a couple of nights ago. We sent about 5 of our guards to track them down, but they never came back. I don't know where they've gone. But this time Eldras wants to go in large force, take as many people as he can, and send them out into the forest and try and find where these creatures are coming from. Me? No, I don't fight.
I turn to Tholme and I'm like, I am on the side of Eldras here. I don't know what you guys think, but I want to.
I want to fight.
Yeah, I haven't used Firebolt in a while.
I'm getting the twitch.
I'm getting the twitch, yeah. All of the places made of wood out there.
I think we need to make a plan for when they attack tonight.
Kind of as you guys are talking amongst yourselves, but even if it is dangerous to travel through the forest, with you 3 help, you seem competent. You got here.
No, I'm tired of listening to Coward. I think we should probably go help Eldras.
He'll probably try and speak up again, but you'll keep interrupting him. And at that point, he'll wander off and...
Also, idea, should we try and capture one alive to give to Shanks? To figure out how... I'm getting this from Game of Thrones, I'm not going to lie.
Shanks?
To give to the cleric guy. Just figuring out what better ways to kill him.
I don't know why Shanks, that word made me think of that. Shanks, maybe? But I thought you meant to do sexual things to
Give it to the cleric. He needs some sort of payment. He's working loads of overtime right now.
Mind if I slither in?
I think that's a very good idea, though. If we try and kidnap some or as many as we can, so then we can interrogate them / work out better ways to kill
guys,
them.
I agree. This sounds great in theory, but we are executing this. I'm not sure how good we are. Look, I have fought these things by myself and not go so well.
Do they have rope? Or will there be rope in the town that we can get?
Most likely
might
would be.
do.
I don't have any rope on me. Wait, no.
We
had rope.
We've all got an adventurer's pack.
If you've got an adventurer's pack, you got rope.
What if I don't have adventurer's pack written down?
What do you have written down in your inventory?
Daggers, quarterstaff, horse, part of golden hilch, arcane focus, potion of greater healing, wand of wonder, 10 days rations.
Then nope.
A priest pack.
You will in a priest pack.
Yes, rope. Right, I'm tying one of them up.
So I don't have any rope.
Apparently not.
I say we capture. We each try and, depending on how many
You
there
probably
are.
burnt it when you burnt your clothes. To be honest, James.
I feel like it's actually from a previous campaign, just left in a cave somewhere.
True, yeah.
I feel like see how many come. But if we can try and capture more than one, and then we can interrogate them all and then see if their stories match up.
Okay, but I would advise if we can capture 2 and then kill one of them in front of the other one.
For interrogation
that would
purposes.
loosen their tongues.
Listen their hissy tongues.
Yes.
Okay,
I
right.
like this plan. Good. I shall burn him to death.
So we need to talk to Eldrass and discuss a plan for when they attack.
Yeah.
For fortification.
I
Yes.
don't know if we discussed this in the past, but like the type of Dragonborn that Ibothane is, because he's a blue Dragonborn. Like there's shiny ones or something, and then there's coloured ones.
There's chromatic and then
Right.
there's metallic.
Right, and I'm
you're a
chromatic.
chromatic because you're blue.
Yeah. So like, because I'm blue Dragonborn, they're inherently evil. So Ibothane is sort of he's kind of neutral good because I designed him to be like his biology and everything makes him want to be evil, but he tries really hard to be good. So occasionally he will just do some fucked up shit. But it's not his fault.
Basically, you were
Absolutely.
created by chromatic dragons, which are evil, and they in turn were created by the evil dragon goddess Tiamat,
Yeah.
who's like a multi-headed dragon where each head's a different colour.
Right.
And then metallic dragonborn were created by
That's
metallic dragons to essentially fight the chromatic ones. And then the metallic dragons were made by Bahamut, who is a paladin god, who's a who is essentially he can appear as a dragon or he appears as a dragonborn with a big tail and a longer neck in full armor. You would have known that a lot of paladins, like a lot of dragonborn, become paladins specifically because they can worship him, and basically, if you worship him, you get powers from him.
Is he my dad?
No, you're a tiefling. Wrong species.
He's also not my dad either. I don't know who my dad is.
Do you realise that all this campaign is basically all 3 of us trying to find our father figures in some form of another?
Right, okay. Let's go find Eldrass.
I've explained that. Oh, I'd like to say to Shanks this plan and be like, if we manage to capture some of them alive, do you want them?
Do you go over and speak to him? He's currently
Yeah.
I should have said this is a very big room you're in. Like it's the town hall, so it's like a big hall you're in. In the very centre is this table. He's off in a corner with a couple of people that all have minor injuries, and he's healing them up and bandaging them up.
Yeah.
So Nine, if you turn around and kind of go over towards him, you'll notice that during the conversations, Philbert's gone over and he's reaching into the bag he has and he's pulling out a couple of things. Like he's pulling out bandages, he's pulling out like packets of coins, and you saw him put some silver candlesticks when you first saw him. Gives them out and hands them over to him, and gives him essentially a big bag of stuff, and then wanders off himself. As you approach, Shanks will turn to you. Hello.
Sorry. you have to.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You have to every time.
Hello. How can I help you?
Right. So our plan is to do Eldras's plan. However, we want to take a few of them captured and give them to you alive. Would you be interested? I'm human trafficking
This
right
is-
now. I've just realised.
They're snakes.
They're snakes, they're not
I'm
people.
snake trafficking.
Pardon?
They said that they've been given the bodies to you.
Yes. I've been doing some work on them, dissecting them, trying to figure out how to kill them better.
So
but
would you like some alive ones?
if you could, yes, that'd be perfect.
Good. So I turn and walk away.
We all walk away and we're going to die.
Sorry. I didn't catch your name.
We don't introduce ourselves very well.
You don't.
Just walk up. So,
Listen here. Just myself. So my name's Nine.
But perfect. Would you like to come and assist me? Your two friends can come as well.
Bring my rapier out, like a surgical instrument.
You know what? I should.
Yeah.
I should help heal some stuff people up. Yes, I will go.
Perfect.
you're going to play to your class?
No.
I know, right?
Yeah, I
Calm down,
could
not
use
yet.
some help healing some people up, and of course, if you want to, I can show you the creatures we're fighting.
Oh yes.
Perfect. First of all, I've got about 20 people here that all need healing. If you could help. And he'll kind of turn around and he'll start continue bandaging up the person that he was helping. And there's kind of a line of 20 people waiting.
Yeah.
None of them have serious wounds. They all have kind of minor, like a big gash on their arm or something like that.
Is this a case where I have to use lay on hands, or can I just bandage people?
You could use lay on hands.
That means I should use lay on hands. Fine.
I mean, you could. You don't have to. You
that
could try.
cantrip?
You can do medicine. It's just a power she can do. You have 25 hit points worth.
I do.
Can I use prestidigitation to make them think they're okay?
That's so scary.
Wait. If 25 feet, I could use phantasmal force to make him see all of them healed.
You could try.
You could offer your cauterizing services.
How could I cheat this, basically?
I mean, you can try.
Or you could go explain our plan to Eldrass while I do stuff here.
I think James using his cauterizing services with his firebolt is a
that's
great idea.
I think that's
I
horrific.
think this is it'll. If you hold them down, I'll aim. It's not going well so far.
Yeah, we could go and you expect us to go and make a military plan. You trust us to go without you.
You're more than welcome to try and do that.
Does anyone require?
No, 'cause
Is anyone in
It's minor wounds.
fibrillation?
No.
Because I have shocking grasp.
No one's in fibrillation.
I don't really have.
Thunder wave.
My only healing spell is an actual spell,
Yeah.
so I'd have to use spell slots, which we're definitely needing later. So yeah, I'm going to go outside and speak to Eldrass while. So,
Alright, cool.
Well, I'm going to go outside and speak to Eldrass while 9 talks to.
Alright, cool. So we'll get to that in a second. So yeah, 9. Are you continuing to heal?
Yeah, this is right.
Right, so
In terms of hit points, what these people need.
I mean, mechanically, it's all kind of minor things. So, like, in real life, it'd be like, oh, he needs stitches and a bandage.
Yeah.
He needs stitches and a bandage. She needs stitches and a bandage.
Total hit
Like,
points.
1 hit point each, maybe 2 for some.
Freaking greedy bastards.
So there's 20. Theoretically,
bastards.
you need to do 10, so it'd take 10 of your lay on hands.
Fine, I'll do it. Are we going to rest at any point?
Yeah.
It's about 4 o'clock.
I like to imagine, I'm like, no,
I hope 9 is like this is actually what 9 is role playing and not Robin not wanting to do it because you don't actually have to do it.
I feel bad. I feel like I should.
No, I mean like you could like oh god I have to do it 20 times. You don't physically have to do it in real life 20 times. It's the beauty of role play.
Yeah, so you've got about 10 people to do, and what he's essentially doing is bandaging it up and using what looks pretty much identical to your lay on hands on people.
Yes, because they'll be good fighters.
Right, cool.
I'll
Can
use
you
my fit.
quickly do a medicine check,
Bloody.
just to check how well you do it in general?
That would be a 9.
Oh yeah, like it's...
But that's 9's critical hit, isn't it?
Yeah. No, like, it's not difficult. No one's that badly injured. You're kind of just wrapping a bandage around stuff and then using a little bit of your lay on hands to kind of cover over the wound, stop it bleeding and help it heal along a bit. During this time, what would you be doing, Tholme?
See, I was gonna. We need to talk to Eldrass, but also,
Yeah,
I could probably be of help to Filbert as well. Jumping to run about, trying to be sneaky and picking stuff up, supplies and whatnot.
You could
So
do.
you're playing your classes. See, this is going
What
well.
time is it?
It's about 4 o'clock, maybe 3, half 3
In the afternoon.
in the afternoon. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I was going to say do we have time for you
Yeah.
to go do that?
It's not, sundown will be around 9, and I think he mentioned it that they generally attack a bit after. The first attack came a bit after sundown. This one probably will do as well. They are attacking every night, so maybe 8:30 the attack will be.
Okay.
Okay, no, I'll go and join. I will go and talk to Filbert then, and we can head off.
Hello there.
Hiya, mate. So you are gonna go off and try and find some more stuff from the town.
Well, that was the plan.
Sneaky.
You coming
I'm
with?
also a sneaky. Do
I-
you want a hand?
Of course, I'm always happy to have a friend come along.
Okay.
You guys have all things you're suited to. Is anybody cold? I have nothing.
Yeah. So what's the plan? Are we gonna go together, or do we want to split up, cover more area?
Well,
Tholme Filbert road trip.
going together be all right. He walks over to the map, and he says, "Well, this morning I've checked this area, and
the south area,
the southern area.
entrance.
The western area is a bit destroyed, but we could check along the riverbank. There's a couple warehouses and stuff there.
Yep.
Do you want to go check down there?
Okay, so me go check along the river.
Both of us.
Both of us.
Go together. It's a bit safer. Yeah, pretty much. I'm not gonna lie. James just wrote on a post-it note "buddy cop movie."
Sequel. This is the spin-off of D&D.
And then you just see them swinging through ropes together, through ropes, through windows on ropes.
Through. Okay, yeah. Good
All
plan,
right, yeah.
Albert.
You two of you walk out of the town hall you were in, and as you're doing so, he'll kind of turn to you. It's like, how much can you carry?
What does it say on my character sheet? Let me check for you. As Tholme rips through his bag, looking for his full
for his personal best
genetic, looking for his
It says
full
under
genetic
strength.
compliment.
It says under strength.
Certificate.
Oh, that I would say maybe about 135 pounds.
All right.
That's
Give me a sec. I need to go. Well, you come with me quickly, and he'll take you over to a building kind of just opposite. So you've been in this building here. You go to this building just across the square from the town hall. It's kind of a smaller one. It's once again all the buildings in this bit seem to be made of stone, whereas where you came in they're all wood. So this is kind of the older part of town. And he'll go in, knock on the door, and go in with you. And he kind of goes up to this counter, and you look around the room. There's just boxes and boxes of stuff everywhere. Big things marked E everywhere. You probably reckon this is
Drug lord.
Yeah, no. They're the same boxes that were in the blacksmith, so you can probably guess this is all stuff that's been brought from the blacksmith by him and Eljas if he went out as well. And he starts rifling through, and he goes, "See, Eljas gave me this when I first started doing this for him." And he's kind of rifling through boxes, shakes his head, goes to the next one. It's like, perfect. This will help you carry a lot more. And he passes you a bag pretty much identical to his.
Bag of holding.
Fuck!
Oh, yeah, yes, I've got. We are going to sleep so much easier from now on.
Why? Because what?
Right, so yeah, he has given you a bag of
We
holding.
can sleep in the bag of holding.
No, you can
No,
suffocate in
you
them.
suffocate.
We can just leave the zip open a bit.
That's unfortunately not how it works. Bag of holding.
It gets in the bag.
Bag of holding.
Never comes back out.
You could put someone in there, but essentially, I may as well tell you the way a bag of holding works is essentially a bag, the inside of which has been enchanted to be a pocket dimension. So it's his own dimension inside of it. And as Philbert gives you this, he was like, "Have you had one of these before?"
We used to have a ring that we used to shit in.
He'll kind of be like, "I'll take that as a no then."
Well, you see, the thing is, we in our last campaign, we got this little ring, which
It was like a bracelet, wasn't it? It was a
bracelet, yeah.
was it a bracelet?
God, it'd be difficult to shit into an actual ring.
You have to take a really accurate piss.
But it was like a bracelet thing that was like anything that went into it was in a pocket dimension. So we used it to drain some water for a place, didn't we? Because all the water just went away.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I revealed later on that I'd been using it as a bathroom. Or as a toilet.
So, I mean, this is a little bit more sophisticated, but
So, well, the inside of this bag has been enchanted to be a pocket dimension.
yeah.
And it can
Just
carry.
remember the fact that he asked if you ever had one of these before. He says he used to shit into a ring. And he was like, whatever. So probably don't do that with this.
And well, you can only get you can put up to, I think it's £500, half a ton of stuff in here, and it won't get any heavier. But you can only get stuff out if you want it. So it's really good for people like me, so people don't steal things from you. And don't get in it. That's very dangerous. It's only got a couple minutes of air, so if you need to hide, maybe, but it's a pretty small hole, so you probably can't get in.
Right.
And don't put it in another one or another one in it. Bad things happen when that happens. I don't know what. I've just been told very bad things happen.
Oh.
Also, don't pierce it from the inside. Pierce it from the outside, it won't damage it. But don't pierce it from the inside. I think that's everything.
Right.
You probably should have told him not to put another one in.
That's so
I want to know.
Why don't you put a bracelet toilet inside?
Don't put another one inside this, give me yours.
No idea, but anyway, I think this one should be empty. Eljas makes them, I think, so this one's identical to mine. He said I could have one for doing this, but I'm assuming he'd be okay with me giving you one as well.
Okay, cool. Next box.
That's what I was going to give you. The rest of it's mostly just, there's some rations in here, there's some weapons, that kind of thing. Do you want to head out?
Yeah. Is there anything we need to carry back in here?
No, anything we find, we'll get back and sort it out. So yeah, you're going to head off with
Filbert?
Filbert.
Alright, head over to Ibothane. What are you doing?
So I just sort of go up to Eldras. Hello.
Comrade.
Huh?
That's a comrade.
Hello, how can I help you?
We have now got planned that we are going to try and capture two of these, or one or two of these creatures, so that your cleric Shanks.
That'd be his name, yeah.
Yes, yeah, Shanks. So he can have a look at them and maybe get a better idea of the murdering technique. I think it's a pretty bad idea, but
well, if you can pull it off, which I'm assuming you three can.
I'll tell you we can if it makes you feel any better.
he'll genuinely laugh.
Laugh at him like, I'm not smoking.
Yeah, he'll genuinely laugh at that, like a big belly laugh. He'll be like, good one.
Oh, we're all going to die.
I mean, I don't know how many people I'll be able to spare to help you, but if we get a chance...
Have you got an entire town of 1,000 people?
Yes, but, well, we've got a lot of borders to
I think
defend.
probably to avoid getting in way, if you could give us like 4 or 5 people maybe help.
I'm sure they'll be able to help.
How many snakes normally attack in these attacks?
A lot.
Oh, maybe more than 4 or 5.
A lot more than 4 and 5.
Okay, so you...
I mean, a couple hundred at least.
Oh, yeah.
But the people we've got left are getting quite good at defending.
Oh, we can use as many as you can have.
Perfect.
As many as you can spare.
Yeah, as many as you're willing to say goodbye to us.
I'll say that kind of as you walked up to him, he was talking through like something with a group of people that were out in the courtyard, and he'll kind of beckon for you to walk with him. It's like, well,
don't tell me what to do. Like, you always
fuck
say.
you. That's my thing. And as you're walking along, he'll be like, do you want me to kind of talk you through the defense plans?
Yes, probably.
You saw from the map inside our borders. We got a decent area. All the buildings. Well, after the first 2 attacks, we decided to retreat into the old town, where everything's made of stone, so that they can't just blow through the buildings we're using to defend ourselves. I'm sure you'll understand that. You said something about fire earlier.
And
they would. Well, the entire west side of town's been burnt down, which is why
it was not me. I restrained myself this time.
I'm glad to hear it. He kind of like gives you a weird look, but he's like, fair enough.
Why do that his own?
I'm kind of the thing you aim and just release.
But he kind of walks you around sort of the perimeter. It's about a couple. It's about a mile diameter, the area you're currently staying in, and part of it is covered by the original town walls, which are very defensible.
A mile perimeter.
Yeah.
Tholme, there's bags, eh? Right, no, anyway.
Fuck you. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to
If you
me.
put a bag of holding inside of the bag of holding, a mile radius sucked in.
I don't think it is a mile, but that's what I pulled out of my head. It's probably less
bigger
than
than that. Still
It's
fine.
now.
I think it's smaller than that.
Mile now.
He kind of walks you around it, and he's showing you all the barricades. Each of them have like a man dressed in like guard's uniform and they usually have a bow and arrow. It's like during the day, because we don't really get attacked during the day, I just keep the few original guardsmen that help defend the town. They've kind of put me as their de facto leader. I was in the army, the Navintian army, for 20 years or so in my younger days. So.
Just imagine everything's face is just glassing over at this point. He's just like, what? Just sort of blinking at him.
So apparently, I know what I'm doing. My God, please don't do this to me.
Crossing my eyes.
Fucking crossing your eyes while I'm talking to you.
It's like slowly tilt his head, like.
But during the night, when the attacks happen, everyone is up on the rooftops.
Oh, good. I was hoping there was a point to this.
Yeah. And the 3 of you for tonight's attack, I was kind of wondering, do you want to... The main attack comes from 4 places. There's the main square where you came in.
Okay.
There's from the northern gate, which is where we're walking to now. The eastern gate, and from the riverfront. Don't know which one you 3 want to go to.
We're not here.
We're not here.
He's talking to Ibothane. I don't know which one the 3 of you would want to go to. I don't know if you want to split up, maybe. Having one of you at each of the 3 gates and me at the other would be a good boost for morale.
but I don't know. However, you three seem to work. You seem to know each other quite well.
Ibothane, this is your conscience. Don't do that. Don't split us up.
I am remembering being told by my mentor Xanthia that rule 1 is always split the party.
He'll kind of be like, okay. And, like, he has that look of, what the fuck did he just say? I don't think that's right, but, well, if the three of you want to each go to a different gate...
Who exactly is Morale?
Morale, you understand the meaning of... You do not understand the meaning of morale.
I haven't met him.
It's...
He needs exactly. You said it would be good for him.
well, morale is...
I would very much like to meet you.
Are you playing me on?
I don't understand.
I think you're playing me on, aren't you?
He's a hermit, to be fair. He doesn't really...
very much like to meet
No,
you.
is he a joke?
Well, the morale is... It must be a Dragonborn word that you don't have. Morale means how happy everyone is. So when you have high morale, all your soldiers are happy. When you have low morale, everyone's sad and wants to run away.
Oh, so you think having us at each place will make people happier?
Well,
have you met us?
Well, not much.
I'm pretty sure Nine wants to kill me. I've known her for a long time.
Well, your friend Nine, she's a member. Everyone would respect her indefinitely because, well, having a member of the Order of the Gauntlet here, and everyone knows that you two are associated with her. They all saw you walk through, and, well, the other two of you, what was his name, Tholme?
Yes.
Yeah, having you two there would do the same. Everyone saw you with her. You're new, fresh faces in town.
I give you street cred. Just saying.
Or it's
They
kind
just
of
doing
like
his best to ruin it.
yeah, yes.
Anyway, it doesn't matter what the two of you want to do.
But we will probably decide later. I don't usually make decisions.
That's fair. Nothing wrong with being a follower and not a leader.
Well, it's normally because apocalyptic things happen. I do make decisions. It's just very impulsive. I want to say impulsive, but some would say demolition.
Fair enough. He's just kind of walking with you. You're walking towards the north side.
Are we
of
holding
town.
hands?
Yes. And he's just like, fair enough. What brought you to this part of the world?
I don't remember.
Fair enough.
No, I don't remember.
For travelling sick then.
I was murdered and I woke up in a fighting arena.
Strange. That's...
Well, that wasn't a normal day.
Imagine it was probably stranger for you.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. And then I was killed again.
well, if you're a fighting arena, that explains why you came up north. Well, I'm assuming you're from Dragonborn Kingdoms, down south.
I do not know where I am from.
Oh, well,
I was
strange.
raised by mercenaries, and they were very nasty. I was saved by a sorcerer called Xanthia. Have you seen him?
Can't say
Have you
I
seen
have.
Xanthia? Because
I can't say I've met anyone called Xanthia. I've met a few sorcerers, but never anyone called Xanthia.
Well, keep your eye out.
I'll do that. I'll tell him, if I see him, I'll tell him I saw you.
Tell him I miss him.
He gets kind of a look of like, oh, on his face.
But if you tell anyone else, I will kill you.
Wait.
Don't worry.
Hold on, isn't it? Did Xanthia just leave all of a sudden one day?
Xanthia,
He disappeared
Yeah,
one day.
Xanthia disappeared one day. So like,
Have we
I was,
talked about your backstory on the
Not
podcast?
much. No, I don't think so. So Ibothane was raised by mercenaries who beat him and were nasty, and then they were sent to kill a sorcerer who killed all of them, but spared Ibothane because he was just this little shit following them. Well, sort of chained up by them, and then. He got saved. Xanthia saved him and trained because he's a dragonborn. He's probably good at magic and trained him to be a sorcerer. At which point, after like 10 years or something of them travelling together and sort of, he's the one that made Ibothane want to be good, even though he's sort of inherently a bit dick. Yeah. So one day he just sort of woke up and he went into his room in the inn that they were staying in because the door was ajar. And like all of his stuff, a lot of his stuff was still there, like untouched, but Xanthia was just gone, and he spent a couple of years looking for him but could never find him.
And that's when he met you two. As you're kind of walking with him, he asks, so, have you ever been down to the Dragonborn Kingdoms?
I don't believe so, no. I've met 1 or 2 Dragonborns in travels, but never for very long.
I'd recommend going down. As I said, I served in the military. Sadly, it was during, I don't know if you know, about 100 years ago, so probably before you were born, there was a war between our country and the Dragonborn kingdoms.
Yes.
That was when I was in the military. And, during my time there, I ended up staying there for... after the war finished, I ended up staying there for a couple months as part of the peace efforts. It was kind of a draw for the war. Most people now have forgotten it, but me and quite a lot of gnomes fought in the war. We made up a large part of the southern armies at the time. None of the humans or anything else would remember it because they were dead. We live quite a lot longer than the other races.
So would you say that some of the gnomes and elves that fought in war would be dickish towards me because of this?
There's a lot of resentment. Obviously, you'll know, fighting against Dragonborn is a difficult task. You yourself...
I think I've come across this motherfucker!
The only...
Fuck you, Dave!
I harbour no resentment. I spent, probably almost a year in the Dragonborn kingdoms as part of the peace efforts and rebuilding after the war. And
that is mighty white of you.
Well, I had no choice, really. At the time, I didn't want to. I hated them. I'd seen your kind kill hundreds of my friends, and us kill nowhere near as many. One of your fighters seemed to be able to take down 20 of ours, no problem with a single fireball. But
Ibothane's just sort of thinking, what is wrong with me?
But staying there for a while, I came to appreciate your culture. And probably halfway through this conversation, you realise he's now speaking in Draconic. He kind of switched over halfway through, and it kind of happened naturally.
Cool.
Everything did you notice?
Probably wouldn't notice because it would come naturally to you.
I have not been listening. I am. That is very interesting. What is my culture?
Your culture.
I don't know.
Well, you'll have seen our kingdom is very... it's a lot less rigid down south. You have rulers, but they're all elected. Different to us. Obviously, our emperor was chosen by the gods.
Right.
But
that seems legit.
He'll... As you say that, he looks a bit offended.
Totally, I'm being honest. I have a sarcasm thing.
Okay.
Maybe.
Must be lost in translation or something. But yeah.
We're speaking the same language.
And it's mine.
But anyway, it's a very open culture. Different to ours. Anyway, I'm where I need to be. I've got to go shore up the defences here, and you've reached the northern gate. Feel free to wander around for a while.
So he just walks away?
No, he's probably saying goodbye.
Okay, so he says goodbye, walks away. I'm just stood there, look around. What the fuck am I?
You've just gone north. It's mostly one road down. You've just been walking along one main big road. If you look on the map, it's this one. You just walked up here.
Oh, okay, so I walked on the main road to
this,
like the north entrance.
To the north entrance.
So is anyone about? Anyone?
There are people milling about. There would probably be.
I walk up to the nearest person and say hello.
Hello. It's a boy, like a small child.
Hello, small boy.
How can I help you, sir?
How can I help you? I kind of just came here.
Hi everybody. Hope you've been enjoying the episode so far. And if you are, we'd love to hear from you. We've got various types of social media for you to get in contact with us. You can like us on our Facebook page. We've got a Twitter page as well, at Let's Try Roleplay. And finally, we've got an email account, letstryroleplay@gmail.com. But please, no nudes. Release schedule so far, we're releasing once per week, and we're hoping to up that for 2 per week in either near or very, very distant future, depending on how things go. We would really, really appreciate if you could tell as many people as you can about us. So that's friends, family, people you see in the street. You are our sole source of getting ourselves out there, and we'd really, really appreciate any help you can give us. Now, hopefully enjoy the rest of the episode, and speak to you some other time. Bye-bye.
You've finished up healing lots of people. It's probably taken about an hour or so, and Shanks is kind of packing up his bandages. He says, "Thank you for that help. Do you want to come? Well, I don't know where your friends have gone, but do you mind coming to help me do the dissection?"
Yes, please.
Perfect. If you follow me, and he'll lead you out of the town hall where he's. There's.
It doesn't require a greatsword. Calm down.
He will lead you kind of. Well, on the map, he will lead you to here. He'll lead you to sort of an easterly direction, and he'll take you to this small building. Kind of almost built into the city walls.
Yeah.
Very, very old. Like, my original laboratory was destroyed in one of the first attacks. It was over on the other side of town. But Miller gave me this building here to set up in, other than the church, which I run, obviously. And he'll kind of unlock the door and take you in. Kind of, as you walk in, it's like Saw the movie. There are just body bits everywhere, all covered in scales. There are like... on probably in one corner on the table there's a full-sized snake person, so you have not seen them actually, so I will probably show you a picture and describe them.
Are these the ones that Ibothane encountered?
Yes.
Right,
So
We encountered someone who was
cobra hands, snake
who was
man
snake
body.
from the
Yes.
nipples up. I think is
we experienced nip up and
Swarm.
Swarm.
We haven't encountered actual snake people.
pay close attention to the nipples of these ones because we've not quite realised.
Ask,
yet.
yeah, definitely. Ask what the nipples look like.
Because we don't know.
I could
if
just see what the nipples look like. I could just look.
But make sure you investigate.
Yeah, but you have a good look. Yeah,
How
get
is
in
that?
there.
How is that a normal question? Turn around to this guy's
Get
what do the nipples
in
look
there.
like?
So the
Your face up in it.
So the body you see
Oh,
laid
God.
out on this table, fully dissected, its organs taken out, looks essentially like this. It's a female figure, almost perfectly human, but you'll notice, but as you look at its naked body, you'll see that various patches of it go from skin into scales, back into skin. And looking at its facial features, it has slitted eyes and very, very serpentine features. Almost no nose, kind of like Voldemort in real life. In real life, in Harry Potter.
We need to know 3 things about the nipples: translucency, texture, and taste.
Well, this one would be.
I use message to convey.
This one. Well, this one would be female. So it's laid out, and its organs are. You will have, being you will have seen what human organs look like, and it looks nothing like these. They're all like its digestive tract is a lot shorter than normal, whereas obviously a human one would be all. It's almost straight through with a slight curve down at the slight loop down at the bottom, which appears to be its stomach. Its lungs are long. Essentially all of its organs are elongated through its body, and its rib cage reaches down to about its belly button. And it's been cracked open, like butterflied open, and it's pretty much laid as it is.
I can like just punch the rib cage and break it. I'm not strong, so you have to crack it. I'm getting really excited about this.
As you walk in, he'll be like, well, I've already done that one, but we have somewhat of a more interesting specimen to look at in the next room. And he leads you into the next one, and you've actually seen one of these before. It is a body fully human from the nipples down, and from the nipples up and the arm it's all snakes. 2 snakes for arms and a cobra head, which looks like.
We get to see a picture of the nipples.
Why are you so obsessed with nipples?
Look, they're interesting. Hey, look, it's not a boob without a nipple.
Have you ever seen a snake's nipples?
No, because snakes don't have nipples.
Exactly.
It's man nipples. It's a man from the nips down. That's why he has nipples. It's a guy.
No, but it's also a snake from the nips up. So that's why we're so interested.
So it looks like this, if you want to describe it.
Man nipples.
They do look like man nipples.
From the
awesome.
nipples
Nice
down, it looks like a very, very muscular man.
From
it doesn't have snakes on
It's from the
shoulders.
neck down, really.
This
isn't
one
it?
does.
Okay.
Not all of them do, they vary. This is just the standard picture.
That's cool,
But then,
okay.
sort of from the shoulders up is a cobra head, like heavily scaled. This one is red. The one you saw before was green, I believe.
So,
And then its arms go into snakes at the very end of it.
am I to take it that this is the man and the woman? That females look like that and guys look like that?
From what you've seen, yes.
It also could be.
Well, if that is what you're assuming, from what you've seen, yes. It does not necessarily true, but
I can't remember what I
What you
thought
saw?
because I don't see gender. No, I genuinely just can't remember.
So yeah, I could very much use your help on this one. It's it's much better working with someone else.
Yeah, sure. I'd like to, as we're doing it, I'd like to ask him what has he discovered anything useful so far?
Alright, yeah, so, well, this is the first one of these, I don't quite know what to call them that I've dissected, but the ones that there are more of them, every time they die, they turn back into that form. Usually when they're attacking us, they appear as a very large snake, almost a viper. But the second they die, they turn back to human form, and almost all the wounds that they take while as a snake disappear, but they still remain dead. Their organs appear to be, well, I haven't told this to anyone, but it appears as though they appear human mostly, but perverted by some sort of magic or mutation that makes them look like that. And I can't tell. They're, well, getting a bit more in depth. Their reproductive organs are almost the same as snakes. They don't seem to have human biology in that part. The females, it appears, they would lay eggs. And well, I haven't had that much. They appear mostly human, but their eyes and everything like that appears snake-like, really. This one I'm hoping will yield some more interesting information. Can I get you to roll a medicine check?
13?
Alright, yeah. So yeah, the two of you kind of work on this body for a while. And as he's doing so, he'll be asked, like, very little small chat, small talk. You're busy. He'll say, "Oh, can you pass me that?" Or "Can you hold this and open it up?" And you'll once again. It looks.
Question.
Yes.
Am I wearing aprons and gloves?
You can be.
I would like to.
Okay.
Please.
You put them over your armor.
Now she's screaming.
Now she's screaming.
I don't want it on my clothes.
So yeah, as you're doing this dissection, you do actually discover a few things. He'll take out like an organ of some sort, and he'll look at it and detach it. It's clearly not a human organ. He'll place it down, and you'll notice this is some sort of venom sac. It's come from the throat, but it's much larger than normal. And he'll cut it open with your help, get you to hold it, and take a small vial. During which time he'll place it on the side and continue re-sew up that organ, put it over there, and he'll take the vial and he'll do some magical symbols, and essentially you would be able to tell, because he uses a similar type of magic to you. He's kind of analysing this using a variant of detect good or evil. And he'll be like, interesting. And what he discovers is that this is essentially almost like a venom sac of magical fluid that they appear to be able to use to cast spells. So in terms of...
so everyone cut out their goiter.
in terms of
Pretty much.
mechanics, I would tell you that the ones that look like this, you might want to note this down, are able to use the spells Animal Friendship, Poison Spray, and Suggestion.
The ones with snake cobra heads and cobra
The ones
hands.
that look like this, yeah.
Snake hands and snake head.
I'll tell you, they're actually called Yuan-Ti Malison.
Not
Yeah.
remembering that.
Yeah, I know, but I'll tell you that anyway. And they also have resistance to... they have a magical resistance, so they're less easily affected by spells.
Do I know this from
He would...
explaining this to you?
Yeah.
This isn't like... This is just your learning some things about like these things, anatomy and how they work and things like that. But like mechanically, I'm telling you these things because this gives you more information about them on like how to fight them and things.
So, poison spray is probably simple enough. What's suggestion as a spell? What does that do?
I don't know.
I'll look it up for you.
Oh,
I've
can look up there for a stream
totally
here.
never ever come across anything resembling suggestion.
I can't think of what
I
we do.
It doesn't make small boys walk into rivers. Oh yeah, can I just say,
Oh my god, that's...
Yeah, that's exactly what it does.
No, 'cause that's...
Suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence and to magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. This suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to let the course of action sound reasonable. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it produces the course of action you describe to the best of its ability. Suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration, which is up to 8 hours.
Oh, shit.
If the suggested activity can be completed in a short time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what you ask it to do. For example, follow me, do this, walk in that direction, blah 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 blah.
So can they tell you to chop your own head off?
No.
Cool.
It has to make the suggestion has to sound reasonable, so it can't be kill your friend, but it can be don't attack me.
Oh, like I'll start walking
it
that
can
direction.
be-
Don't stop.
Walk into that river, small child.
We're going to be walking that direction, and you follow that instruction because that sounds reasonable, but the river's there.
Right. Where this pouch was found, like
In its neck.
in its neck.
And it's kind of like it's basically kind of like a venom sac type thing.
Go,
And that is what you discover from this.
go
Okay.
for neck.
Yes.
Chop chop.
We'll not quite finished here, but we'll go back to Tholme. So you and Filbert have kind of headed out. You're heading towards the eastern side of town, towards where the river is. And you reach this checkpoint. It's very, barricade. It's very similar to the other one you walked through. There are 2 guards at the top and 1 at the bottom where the door is. The 2 guards at the top holding very big longbows, and the guard at the bottom has a big, halberd strapped to his back. He'll nod to Filbert and nod to you as you go out, just let you out. And as you do so, you walk out of the door, and you're kind of in this fairly long street. And at the bottom of it, you can kind of see a bridge, which you probably reckon where the river is. Filbert walks out and says, "Well, we don't really want to be caught on the streets, so if you can, I'm assuming you can climb up to the roofs."
Yep.
Awesome.
Fine.
Roll athletics. Acrobatics.
I say that.
He'll do the same.
16.
Ooh, not bad. He gets 22.
He's more of a clammy boy.
He's very clever boy. He is a bit smaller than you, and he's practiced at this. So yeah, he climbs directly up a drain pipe. I'm assuming you probably try and follow him, but he's a lot smaller than you, so it's a bit harder. Probably about halfway up, you start to slip down, and then you reach over towards a probably a window ledge and start climbing up through the window ledge, Assassin's Creed style. Get up to the top. And the 2 of you crouch down on top of this tall building. Probably about 2 stories high, and you're kind of going back into the area of the town where everything's made of wood. The barricades seem to be set up pretty much directly at the line between buildings being made of wood and buildings being made of stone. And he'll say, "Well, I need to check over there, and over there." And he'll point to 3 warehouses that are kind of dotted at different spaces. If you want to take the middle one, I'll take that one, and we'll meet up for the 3rd one. And he'll point in different directions. So do you want to go over towards the middle warehouse?
Yep, I shall sneak over to the
Cool.
warehouse.
Do you want to roll stealth then?
Well, that's a 6, but that's alright though, so I'll go 15 overall.
Alright, cool. So yeah, you sneak off to this warehouse, and it appears to be some sort of shipping. There's actually a boat that's been sunk sitting there, and it appears as though they were halfway through loading it when they were doing it. So you kind of have a choice whether you go to the boat or the warehouse. The boat would be harder to look through, but there has been some stuff put on there. And if you want to, which one are you going to go to?
We could go a quick cursory look over the boat.
Okay.
Does it look like there's going to be anything?
You can see the cargo hold. There's like a big thing for the cargo hold. There's like some sort of crane that they were using to put in there. And it doesn't look like there's that much. There's a couple boxes in there. They all appear to be underwater. Other than that, the big doors to the warehouse are open, and there's not that many, but there's some neatly arranged boxes stacked up to the ceiling. It's only 1 floor, so it's not that high. Do you want to have a quick look through?
Yeah, I'll go to the
Cool.
warehouse.
Do an investigation check.
11?
Alright,
Great.
okay, so as you're kind of looking around, it appears to be mostly sort of clothing, not like anything interesting. Not like armor clothing or anything magical.
Yeah.
There's various different types of clothing. You do find one of the first things, you open it up and it's basically all belts. Fairly nice, but you do actually find one that appears to have some sort of blue gem stuck in the middle that looks interesting.
Yes,
you want to take
please.
that? So yeah, you get 1 leather belt set with a azurite that costs 10, but it's worth 10 GP. So 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
So you can put 10 gold into your thing.
Does it do anything?
No,
funky?
it's non-magical. You can instantly tell it's non-magical.
Okay.
And okay, so you kind of look through this big pile of stuff, and there's another roll perception.
Oh, I'm not good at that. What's that? 18.
18. All right. Yeah, you notice that there's this big pile that's the obvious one they were loading, but in sort of like probably a foreman's office, there's a smaller pile of like probably 2 small crates there, and you look over at them and you instantly can tell there's something special about these. They're in a much more ornate chest. If you go over to them, and I'm assuming you're going to go unlock them.
Open,
you're able to wrench them open without too much difficulty. And inside you find a number of scrolls all wrapped up. And I'm assuming you have a look at some of them.
Yeah.
A lot of these are mundane, like there's nothing there, notes and things like that of the foreman. And then, so that's the main chest, and you look in the smaller other chest, and you open it up, and there's once again a couple more scrolls, but these ones seem a bit more interesting. And inside you find 2 scrolls of cure light wounds or moderate wounds. I can't remember which one it is in 5e.
Please be moderate.
Do you want to note it down?
Yep.
And you find 1 of pass without trace. And the final scroll you find is a scroll of sending.
Cool.
For the 3 of them, cure light wounds, heals. What was the other one I said?
Pass without trace.
Pass without trace gives you and multiple other people a big bonus to stealth.
Okay.
So it might not be that helpful, but if you need to stealth with the other 2, it could come in a lot of handy.
Okay.
Come in
a lot of handy.
It could come in handy.
Come in a lot of handy.
And sending is essentially you are able to send a short message of 25 or less words to a creature you are familiar with. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender, and if it knows you, and can answer like in a similar manner immediately. It enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message. You can send the message across any distance, even to other planes of existence. But if the target is on a different plane of you, there's a 5% chance the message doesn't arrive. So you can message someone anywhere.
Oh.
Does that mean wait?
Anywhere in the planes of existence.
Your dad.
Like I just choose a person.
You have to be familiar with them.
Do you know what your dad looks like?
I mean,
By familiar, I mean like you have to have met them and remember having met them.
Did you meet your dad?
No.
I'm afraid you didn't.
You didn't mean Xanthe, did you?
You can give it to him and he can use it to talk to Xanthe.
Give me the fucking scroll!
I don't give away my fucking scroll.
Don't be a greedy
I just want to
bastard.
say you don't know he's got it.
This is
so-
my dad! My spiritual dad!
No,
I was just thinking, can
might
I have a
be-
nice sweet chat with Gary?
your dad, but he's your dad. So yes, he's your dad.
Look, there's one way we can do this where you give it to me, and then there's number 2 way where you die.
You don't know he's got it.
No, I don't.
Yeah. And that's it. That's everything you find within this area. Shh. Robin.
It'd be so nice.
No influencing other people. As you've kind of gone through this, Filbert comes in. It's like, you found anything?
It's like, nothing of use with the town.
All right.
So it's-
Off to the 3rd warehouse then.
Absolutely. You find anything yourself?
A couple things, some stuff that we could use as medical supplies. Found some silver, which Shanks should be able to use in some rituals. Something that'll be useful. Not a lot though.
Nothing useful for the town. You found a fucking scroll of cure light wounds.
I mean, he can do better with his fucking fingers.
And pass without a trace so that they can sneak out in case things go bad.
How many people would that cover?
It's not that many.
Alright.
No, but I was thinking, because if a large force of us are going out, presumably we're taking all the good fighters, and if that goes bad, then at least some of them will be able to escape to somewhere else and get help from somewhere.
Pass without trace gives you everyone a +10 bonus to stealth checks within 30 feet of you, including you. So you get a +19.
No, but
Okay.
who
On a
says
roll of a 1, you'd have a 20.
who says you'd be the one using it as well? 'Cause you
But
could give it to one of
theoretically,
the
yeah.
townsfolk to use it. To
Well, at
get-
the moment
to
it's in
get
my
people out-
hand, so...
To get people out if this plan goes to shit.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I've got.
True. So you and Filbert once again sneak out. I'll let you use the 19 you rolled before in stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you keep using that because same set of stealth. And you head up to the third warehouse and you start looking around. And inside, you immediately go. Filbert will immediately go over to one set of chests and start looking around. There's another big pile if you want to go look through it.
Yeah.
And you crack it open, and immediately you start to find essentially, actually, a jackpot of medical supplies, stuff you could use. This all seems to be some sort of cloth that perhaps a lot of what seems to be coming in and out of this town is clothing, that sort of thing. And this is all you'd recognise it as just stuff to go to a tailor's. But Filbert will maybe look over and be like, oh, take that, and tell you to put it into your...
put it into the bag of holding.
Put it into your bag of holding.
Cool.
And that's kind of everything you find. Like, Filbert's found pretty much of this, the same kind of stuff. And he says, well, my bag's nearly full. Yours must be too. We should probably head along. You've basically just been stuffing loads of stuff into it, and you guys head back.
Okay.
And we'll cut that. Going back to you, 9. You finished up the dissection. He's probably started putting some stuff back in. He'll turn to you and say, "So, how long ago did you start your training in the Order?"
About a day ago.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't remember.
Does it just seem like that long ago, or?
No, I genuinely just don't know.
Really? That's...
I woke up when I was a part of it. I don't remember joining.
Were you drunk?
Some sort of memory loss, then.
Yeah, all 3 of us have been affected by something like
That's very strange. What do you remember? What do you know of even your Order?
I can tell you it seems to be well respected by the townsfolk.
Well, of course, it's well respected by everyone. I'm surprised you don't know this. You're your Order are the right hand of our Emperor. He's the head of your Order, as much as the same he is mine. I'm part of the clergy.
Is that why they have a gauntlet on them? Because they're the right hand?
Oh, that's... I serve an Emperor. Okay.
Which I insulted earlier.
Which is
weird.
I'm assuming you haven't been training for that long, and this must be one of your early assignments. But
well, as far as I know, it's my first.
This is my first.
It's very strange that you've lost your memory. Something weird must have happened. But yeah, we serve the same leader, the same God. He's the head of my church, and he's the head of your Order. So it's why I wear on my. He will point to his. I think I described this. He has a similar gauntlet on his chest, but on the other side.
Okay.
So you have it on your left hand. He has it on his right. Well, you have it kind of on your left shoulder. He has it on his right shoulder. So you're our Emperor's right hand. We're his left hand. It's good to. You're the first person of our kind that I've met in years at this point. No one. This is quite a backwater town. No one really comes here much. So it's good to see someone else, and that'll be that.
Can I ask?
Yes.
Can I ask him a question? What can you tell me about the Emperor?
I met him once. We all go through. I'm assuming you must have gone through it, or I don't know if you would have. We all go through a ritual where he's there, and it's how we have our healing powers, and you would have your martial powers, and he gives them to us.
Through his unlimited power!
I'm thinking of a guy in a hood doing this.
He gives them to us. He gives us a bit of his power. He was chosen by the gods to lead us, and he imparts a bit onto his servants, which is how I have mine. The higher up you get in our orders, the more he gives you. But I'm just a lowly priest, so I don't have much. Just a bit of healing. Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting. It's strange. You can't have met him. It's the sort of thing you don't forget.
I've forgotten a lot. His names.
Well, trust me, you won't when you do.
Is he a good emperor?
Well, he was chosen by the gods to lead us.
How was he chosen by the gods? In what way? Did he just declare that he was chosen, or was there some kind of...
This is a
thing?
very long story. I'll have to tell you another time.
And that'll be the end of that.
Good save. I want to overthrow him. Slightly.
9's got power hungry.
Nine's suddenly like, I want to be the emperor.
No,
Wow,
I'm not.
9's got aspirations.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I don't.
You haven't met him.
I don't know.
Just said, he's pretty much said, we've got this emperor, he's a really lovely guy, everyone really respects him, and you're like, don't like him.
I don't trust him. Someone shouldn't be that powerful.
That's because you've heard the word emperor.
Yeah.
And we're used to Star Wars, but
Well, if you do want to kill him, I'm pretty sure I know some of my own species who would be up for that.
Oh my god, yes!
Let's start a war! Yeah, we start a war and we're like, yep, did not think this through, back out and run off and let the war take care of itself.
Alright, so that's kind of the end of that, and it's getting kind of late. You spent a couple hours, probably 3 or 4 hours doing that. You and Filbert were wandering around. The way I described it was quite quick, but you actually spent, once again, a couple hours. And you've been walking around helping the townsfolk prepare for...
No, this small boy, how did I help him?
Well, the small boy was probably about age 10, and
He was doing his homework.
No, he was... What he was doing was he was carrying
Lighting a fire?
big... Actually, yes. He was carrying big bundles of wood to and from some of the barricades. And he got you to help him, because you're very big, him carry big bundles of these woods up to the top of some of the stone buildings that are part of the perimeter. And on top of it, you help him light fires using your firebolt, on top of which they put big pots of burning...
I'm using firebolt near a child.
Yes.
I don't think I should have an erection near a child.
Well, you are. You're using... You do, and you are. You're using firebolt to light these fires, on top of which they're placing big pails of water. And you find out that, obviously, this is when they attack, one of the first... Because not everyone's trained, they get kids like him to pour this boiling water off of the barricades onto the snakes that are attacking. They were using oil, but they've run out since. And after you finish helping him do that, other people are kind of like, oh, we need your help as well. And you essentially walk around the town helping lots of people do different things, help preparing...
After how many times of me shouting, I cast firebolt, did they get tired of it?
Highs or lows?
Lows.
No, very. Straight away. Like,
I cast firebolt!
they're like...
Yeah, everybody listen.
Yeah, they're very much like, okay. And some of the adults, as you... Basically what ends up happening is you're helping this kid, and some of his other friends from probably school or something ask you to help him. And as you're doing so, and as you keep saying, I got firebolt, you notice some of the parents, some of the adults grab their children and are just like, stay away from him, stay away. But whether Ibothane's bothered or not, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, so that's what... And as the kind of...
There's fire around, he's not looking.
Yeah, as the three of you are finish what up you're doing, it's starting to get dark. The sun is starting to set, the sky is going orange, and it's a beautiful sunset. But what would normally be a beautiful sight is kind of marred by the sour mood in the town. Everyone's prepared. Everyone for the whole day has been taking large rocks, putting them up on top of the buildings. There's been a couple of people just outside the barriers collecting back up arrows and such things, and taking them and distributing them out to all the remaining guards. And as the sun begins to set, the walls of this town are lined by pretty much every single person within the town, all standing there prepared for the attack that they know is about to come. And it's at this point that the three of you, probably reconvene in the central square, and you see Eldris standing there, prepared with his full armour on and one very large sword at his waist, with a hand laying on it, and he's waiting there for the three of you. And he asks, "So, what are the three of you going to do tonight?"
Oh, I have not explained yet possibilities.
Do you not have a chance?
There are possible attacks from north entrance, the square, the courtyard.
The courtyard the three of you came in through. That's a common place for them to attack from.
And two other locations I forget right now, but basically the
other two are the Eastern Gate and from
I was okay.
But the other two are the Eastern Gate and from the river. They seem to be partially aquatic and they come out of the
I'm
river.
sure as hell not going to the fucking river. That small boy I let walk into it will fucking come out.
Oh Jesus, that would be horrible.
But basically, we can either go to one location together, or we could go to a location each and take control of the men at each location. It would be good for their happiness.
Their morale.
Right.
Yes, which I now know.
Good for you.
Yes.
I would also like to relay to Eldritch that he should tell everybody to aim for the necks, as that is where we find that a venom pouch is contained.
Okay.
Also relay the spells and stuff they can use, and tell everything that they have magical resistance as well.
God fucking... You know what?
I would like to point out
40
it's specifically the cobra-headed ones that you know about.
Yes. Just to be, I'm very specific.
Okay.
So
I have
cobra-headed-
fought the other ones, not so much cobra head ones.
Yeah.
So when we're
You have
if we all
Yeah, but not so
split
much.
up, if we split up,
But there's 4
Are there-
locations,
are
so
there
we can't,
good-
there's a location we can't cover.
I know,
But he would
what-
cover this. Eldras
But
will
what's
cover
the
location.
likelihood that they're gonna attack another one, and then do we all just go to the place where they attack, or is that like?
Oh, do they
Does
only
it go
attack
for them
one, or
to-
do they attack all of them at once?
Most nights they'll attack from multiple directions. It varies. Those are just those 4 places are well, to put it bluntly, the places where most people die. It's the places of our heaviest losses, and it's the places where I think you 3 would be of the most help.
Which
Right.
place gets attacked the most?
Probably the river.
So 9.
Fuck off, I knew you were going to do that. Fucking fuck.
Oh wait, I thought I
Okay.
sort of was thinking like the gets attacked the most because we could sort of all go there. But what do you guys think? Do you think we should split up or stay
'Cause-
together? If we split up, maybe better chance of killing, but not so much of the capture. I'm not so sure.
Could
I
that?
forgot about capturing, that was my plan.
Is there anywhere since I've got message and I can kind of actually no? Can I cast message and then they can start the message so that they can if they so I can keep
You could cast message, say hi, and then they can reply. Essentially, you have to say the first.
So
words.
I could be like, "Here's stuff for you guys,"
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
and then so it means that they could talk back.
Yeah.
As soon as
But
they
we
get
can only
attacked.
talk to you. Like I can't talk to no.
So you would have to work essentially as a relay
Yeah.
if you want to do
That
that.
could
Yeah.
work. But the thing is, even if they're coming from all directions, is there any point if they attack from multiple directions? Is there any point in all of us going as soon as we hear that one place is getting attacked?
No, I just think it might be useful to have someone like somewhere up high where they can kind of see around the whole town if there is someone
Yeah.
there, and then like I can like cast message and be like, right, I can see people coming this way or people coming that way, and then
If you're saying, I'm assuming you're saying this out loud.
yeah.
Yeah.
Eldras would say, well, the highest place in the town is the top of the cathedral, point, and it's fairly central, and there's a big spire that goes all the way to the top.
Okay.
If you wanted to do that, go to the top of there. It's
Okay.
one of the few buildings in town that hasn't been partially destroyed, so you'll be safe up there. But I would like, if possible, I'd like you to be fighting.
Yeah. Well, I can for the first bit of the fight, trying to find out where they're coming from.
All right, that sounds
Let
good.
you guys know where that is.
Yes.
I will take the river as well.
Cool.
So just so you're not traumatized, everything. Right.
Okay.
I'll take the river.
Wait. So which way are you going? You're taking.
I'm going to the cathedral.
and covering a certain section or not?
What area is closest to the cathedral?
The area closest to the cathedral would be probably the eastern gate.
No, I'll take that.
So
then.
I'll take the.
You have either the plaza or the northern gate. The square that you came in. Or
I will take
northern
the
gate.
square that I came in because it'll give me better line of sight for shooting.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
will
say.
pick the plaza.
Jesus, I'm
Right.
gonna regret this.
So 9, you're about on the map. You're here.
Yeah.
Tholme, you are currently in the cathedral, which is this building here.
Cool.
It's in this area, so it's fairly central. You're and the spire is up there. Ibothane, you are here. The plaza in front of you here. You can theoretically go anywhere along here, along this edge. But I'll just say you're at the barricade for now.
Okay.
And then Eldras is well, if you 3 are taking those positions, I'll go up to the north and Tholme, that is your name, right?
Yes.
Tholme, keep in touch, okay?
Okay.
If you're keeping these other two in the loop, I want to be in the loop as well.
Yep.
Okay. We'll go to...
I'll pull my sword out and I'll walk to the river.
All right.